welcome to a special spooky episode of JP Roofing Fan Nation.
My name's Rooney. How are ya? Come back with me to 1940 when we named the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Under the earth is where the dead rest, but it's also the home of this shockingly great basement fan cave.
We'll meet this fan character that looks like he's escaped from the circus.
Beware of these creepy mystery boxes. They might just have your favorite player's signature.
And it wouldn't be a Halloween show without tricks and treats. Sport card tricks from a famed 412 magician and a holiday cocktail that's to die for.
Tonight, on this Halloween episode of JP Roofing Fan Nation.
This is Pittsburgh, the greatest sports town around. To prove it, we're hitting the road to meet you. The loudest, the proudest, the without a doubtest, best sports fans in the world. This is Fan Nation.
Wow, Daisy, look at you. You look terrible.
Thanks, Rich. I'm a terrible fan.
That is an awesome costume. You look great.
Thanks, but you don't look so great yourself, Rich. You look a little pale. Are you channeling the dead or something? What's going on, my friend?
Come on, the glasses, the stogie, the perfectly coiffed hair. I'm the Chief, Art Rooney.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, you got it spot on. And Fan Nation, if you haven't guessed, it's Halloween in the 412. Well, and everywhere else, I guess.
But Pittsburgh is different. I mean, we dress up all year long in this town.
Pope Yinzer, Pittsburgh Iron Man, Steeler Jesus,
Steelman, the Renegades of the Rotunda, and the Terrible Bra.
Terrible Troy, and so many more.
We obviously are bigger fans of Halloween than the rest of the country, so stay tuned for 412 Tricks and Treats.
But our first attraction of the night takes us a little more than 6 feet under.
We're entering a 4,000 square foot vault filled to the brim with Pittsburgh sports memorabilia.
Here we go to the basement fan cave of Fred Fristo from Chardon, Ohio.
I'm trying to fill up every square inch, wall to wall.
Everything is black and gold.
We've got the workout room dedicated to 70s Steelers, pool table, theater room in there. The bathroom's decorated Steelers colors. We have a kitchen area that we've converted wall to wall Steelers item.
So I want to hear about these banners. I love these banners. They're very unique and they are hand painted. Tell us about those.
Every other game or so, I try to paint a banner. I've got a 13-year-old boy and a 10-year-old, and we try to go down to the field early, get in the game as soon as we can, take our banners down and hoist them up for one of our favorite players. I hope that they'll give us a wave and create a memory so that we can put them down in our basement and kind of point that out and say, remember that game we went to? That was cool. Najee gave us the wave, gave us the thumbs up on the sign. So just that little extra spark, I think, kind of creates that extra memory that we can actually physically collect and hold on to. I was able to bid on and win one of the groundbreaking shovels for Heinz Field, and it's signed by both of the Rooneys. Many jerseys from past and present. My wife's spooked to death of this, but I have mannequins with jerseys on them. Showcases of every little Steelers item I could find. 70s are prominent down there, mostly in the front by the pool table area, and then as you go back, we tried to grab some newer guys. This was one of the pieces I wanted to share as well. This is how we used to do it back in the day, kids. We had an actual book bag, not on our back. We carried this with about 800 pounds of books. So again, there's a story probably to each piece I have down there. We're pretty proud of that.
It's been 5 years since Pittsburgh magician Lee Terbosic resurrected Harry Houdini's famous straitjacket escape.
Yeah, his stunt stopped traffic and captivated the city. We return now to the scene of the crime to see what other tricks this 412 fanatic has up his sleeves. Dateline, downtown Pittsburgh, November 1916. The famed escape artist known as Houdini hung inverted high above a jam-packed crowd to perform one of Pittsburgh's most memorable publicity stunts. 100 years later, Pittsburgher Lee Terbosic's reproduction of the trick launched his career.
So many crazy things, traveling around the world, filming a Houdini documentary, starring in my own shows here in Pittsburgh. So many cool things that just came about that I never envisioned.
His passion for Pittsburgh isn't hocus pocus.
So I grew up in the city of Pittsburgh, and of course, growing up here, it's instilled in your blood and your DNA to be a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and just a Pittsburgh sports fan in general. I had a lot of strings pulling me in a lot of different directions throughout my career, pulling me to New York, pulling me to Los Angeles. But the problem is that I have Pittsburgh DNA. And that DNA does not allow me to travel more than 100 miles to live outside this zone.
Now, he is back at the corner of Liberty and Wood to wow me and some unsuspecting bystanders.
I have a deck of cards that can tell if you bleed black and gold. Check this out, I have a little Sidney Crosby right there, a little Sidney Crosby. You see a card you like, you just say stop. Right there, 2 hearts or ace of diamonds. Ace of diamonds. Here we go. I'm going to put the ace of diamonds in your hand. Watch Sidney Crosby. Watch. If you take Sidney, all you do is if you roll him like this, watch what happens. You can take Sidney, and you're going to get a little too. You're going to get a little Melkin out of it too, a little Melkin, right? But here's how I can tell if you bleed black and gold. Because if I take, say, your ace of diamonds, if I rub it right here on your hand, and when it picks up some of your DNA, you're going to see it'll change to black and gold. Give me your hand one last time. If I take Sid and Melkin, I put them all together inside your hand, Raven, you leave them just like this, right? Okay. You leave them in there a little bit longer, a little bit of magic starts to happen. You know what happens? Well, it brings, open up, it brings the rest of the, it brings the entire, no, you can open up, you can bring, oh, look. And there you go, we can tell you definitely have some Pittsburgh DNA in you right there. She bleeds black and gold. How about you?
How about some Fan Nation prestidigitation?
And what they are is there is just a barcode right on the edge of the pack of cards, right? Now, Daisy, here's what you're gonna help me with. I'm gonna run my finger down the pack. You say stop on a random card. We're gonna get you a random playing card. Here we go.
Right.
Anywhere you like.
Stop.
Right there. I'll pick out right where you said stop, and we're gonna make this one yours, all right? We'll make this one yours. We'll show it to everybody at home too, they can see it. So we'll put that back into the deck of cards as long as you have it memorized. And I want you to watch the barcode, because if I were to take the cards and I give them a cut right about in half, and I give these cards just a bit of a shuffle right about there, you see if you watch the ink on the deck of cards, watch that ink, you'll see it say one gigantic Fan Nation right there on the edge of the pack. Now, I didn't stop right there, Daisy. Watch the ink. If I rearrange the ink on Fan Nation, just like so, and all I need you to do, Daisy, is think of your card, watch the Fan Nation, because if you watch Fan Nation and you think of your card, you will see that Fan Nation will tell you that you're thinking of the king of clubs. I'm Lee Trabosic, I'm a 412 fanatic, and you're watching Fan Nation.
Lee's live magic show, 52 Up Close, is returning to the Hotel Monaco downtown. Get tickets at www.52upclose.com. Coming up on JP Roofing Fan Nation, we bust open the mystery box.
Ah, that's perfect. I love that.
When Fan Nation returns.
Welcome back to JP Roofing Fan Nation, Halloween edition. Among the hills and valleys of Western PA lurks a laboratory that conjures up sports memorabilia that's scary awesome.
They sell player-signed helmets, balls, jerseys, and more, sometimes through a unique contest called a box break.
There's an air of mystery to the box break. You don't know what's inside until you open it.
But there's no tricks here, only sweet, sweet, legendary player-signed treats.
I'm already excited. I don't even care what comes out of it.
I'm back with the box breaks this week. Let's go ahead, let's get started today.
It's a fan enterprise. It all started strictly because my dad, just like a normal fan, was interested in getting some autographs, wanted to make it a little bit easier for other people and more affordable.
More affordable for 412 fanatics like John Joseph, whose fan cave was featured on the show.
I don't have thousands upon thousands of dollars to spend, and my big purchase was a Sid jersey this summer.
Now he just has to follow TSC on Twitter to find out about memorabilia, signings, and box breaks. So what's a box break?
25 spots are open, 25 people have the opportunity of buying in on it, but they have no idea what's inside their box. Now there is a list of items that are given to you.
You know, for this one today, there's like a Joe Green, a TJ Watt, a Hines, Faneca, a James Harrison. So there's, 6 or 7 where people are like, whoa, you really want to get that one.
So you buy it, you pick which number you'd like, and we go ahead and we open up the boxes. Now that Fan Nation has an understanding of what a box break is, let's go behind the scenes and check it out.
There we go.
There we go.
Bill W. I have for you to start our box break today with a full-size Donnie Shell.
Oh, I love Donnie Shell. I love those black helmets too.
No, that's pretty sweet. Matt.
One more after this.
We're getting close, John.
We're getting close.
Right, box number 5. We have Jonathan J.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. I'm already excited. I don't even care what comes out of it.
Today I have for you Jonathan A. There's nothing in here. Nah, I'm just messing. I have a full-size Lunar Eclipse replica helmet autographed by Alan
Faneca. I love that. Wow.
Alan Faneca put a nice big signature there. Beautiful inscription. Congrats to Alan Faneca being inducted to the Hall of Fame this past year.
If you get a Hall of Famer, oh, you're always lucking out. Ah, that's perfect. I love that.
That's great.
Just wanted to show you where I put my Alan Faneca helmet right here in my collection with the other 4 I have so far. Pretty exciting stuff to get a Hall of Famer from Total Sports Enterprises, so big shout out to them.
So we've seen where exclusive signed items come from. Now, let's see where they belong. In a fan cave.
And this next one isn't just any fan cave, it's a diva den. And it could have more signatures than any cave we've seen before.
There are times when the divas have to get together and we got to cheer on our team and pull out all the stops. We happened to come across this Hall of Fame jacket and it just said, "You need to come home with me." It is signed by Chuck Noll, Dan Rooney. Dick LeBeau signed it twice. Since I've had it, I've added about 23 new autographs to it, such as Troy and Bettis. It's a very unique item and it's very interesting. When we had Rod Woodson sign it, his eyes just lit up. You never see it. It's a one-of-a-kind piece that just makes life fun. It's a specialty made helmet. It has the 1961 logo on it. A friend had 3 of them made. He had Chuck Noll sign it and Franco sign it. I needed to get a defense. So I managed to get Joe Green to sign it, which again made it one of those very unique pieces that no one else will have. The one picture at the top is the series of 8 photos from the Immaculate Reception. And that's one of my favorite pieces because it also helps remind me of my father who was at the game. And it was signed by Jack Tatum, Franco, and Frenchie. And then about 5 years ago, Terry Bradshaw was in town. He was so excited to see it. He signed it and he even wrote the play on it. It's now become a one-of-a-kind thing. That is actually a picture of Jack Ham. That New Year's Eve, I was down in Orlando. We're throwing our New Year's Eve party. Who knocks on the door but my friend and goes, "And here's Jack Ham." Not many people can say Jack Ham attended your New Year's Eve party. And my brother goes, "I have nothing to sign." And so I just flippantly said, "Have him sign your wall." And that's what he did. He signed his wall, and to this day, you paint around it, and there's a picture frame with his autograph.
Coming up on JP Roofing Fan Nation, this costume fan turns every game day into Halloween. Meet him and find out why. Next.
Welcome back to JP Roofing Fan Nation. Some fans are so costume crazy, their get-ups are award-worthy.
Daisy, you see the proof every week right here on Fan Nation. And this next character does not disappoint.
That's a part of a reason why I wear the Lucky Lion, is because it is a superstition thing. The first time I dressed up as Pittsburgh's Lucky Lion was a Pittsburgh Penguins postseason game, and they won. So I said, I can't risk them losing. Let me wear the Lions so they win. And what do you know? They won 2 back-to-back Stanley Cup championships. I do believe that it is superstition as Pittsburgh's Lucky Lion I absolutely have to go so I can make sure these teams actually win. Every game day, this is what goes into becoming Pittsburgh's Lucky Lion. Put my mane on. After I put the makeup on, I brush the whole outfit just to make sure it looks nice and decent for the game. And once all that's done, I ride downtown to the Steelers game, the Penguins game, or even the Pirates game. Believe it or not, the Pirates have actually won a couple games because I went to the Pirates game. I really do think as being Pittsburgh's Lucky Lion and going to all these games and interacting with the fans really makes the fan experience better for them. They get to walk away with a picture. They get to walk away with a memory of having a good time. During my first game, I met Pittsburgh's Steelman. I met Pittsburgh's Pope Yenzer. And we ended up going to a bunch of tailgates. And I found out that everyone absolutely loves what I do and what we do. It's a lot of work becoming Pittsburgh's Lucky Lion, but I gotta do it for our Pittsburgh teams. I am Pittsburgh's Lucky Lion. I am a 412 fanatic. Happy Halloween, and here we go, Steelers.
Still to come on JP Roofing Fan Nation. Dust off the time machine because we're talking about the fan who named the Steelers. Don't touch those time machine levers.
Welcome back to JP Roofing Fan Nation. So, Chief, I got a question for you. How did you come up with the name Steelers?
That's a good question, Daisy. The year was 1940, and I had...
Wait, Richie, you are my favorite co-host, bar none, but let's leave the story to a professional.
The year was 1940, and I had this idea to run a contest.
In 1940, my dad, Ron Corbett, was a 16-year-old kid from Clarion, Pennsylvania, and he entered a contest.
So the contest is a partnership with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette where fans can submit names to rename the Pittsburgh football franchise.
You see, before the Steelers were the Steelers, they were a number of names.
From the Hope Harveys to the Majestic Radios to the J.P. Rooneys. And then the
Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, the Pirates. Two teams in one town with the same name. Sounds kind of funny nowadays,
but back in the early 20th century, this was common practice. It was a way to, it was sort of seen as the baseball team brand was stronger.
It was wildly successful. Over 55,000 submissions.
And my dad was one of 21 winners that came up with the name Steelers.
So in addition to winning season tickets for the 1940 season, each winner gets a personalized letter from Art Rooney himself, the Chief.
Dear Mr. Corbett, referring to our contest of changing the name of our professional football club, it gives me great pleasure to...
We did not know of the letter from Art Rooney to my dad. We didn't know of his existence. My dad had it in a file folder, and it was discovered after he had died in 1979.
Your name will appear among the winners of the contest.
My brother needs to receive credit. He and my mother, as time went on, discussed the historical significance of the letter. Back in '95, he wrote a letter to Dan and offered the original letter from Art to my father to be displayed, you know, in a museum or a proper setting.
This letter is an important part of Steelers history, so it's fitting that it's here among the other amazing artifacts.
Thanking you again for your interest in the club.
I'm not sure what triggered him to pick the Steelers.
I'm looking forward to meeting you.
It's a magnificent name for a great Midwestern city.
I am sincerely yours.
At Steel City, Steeltown, USA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Arthur J. Rooney.
He hit home run, obviously.
President.
You know, I miss my dad every day. He's been gone for, 42 years. I think of him every day, and I'm very proud, and I'm sure I speak for my sister Carol and my brother Bob. They're very proud too.
Steelers. I knew it immediately. Perfect. From the fans themselves. And when Lambert takes out his teeth on a Sunday, and slams into somebody like a locomotive. The fans are the steam in that engine. It's their passion. That's why they love us so much. We remind them that winning is always possible.
Thank you to the Pittsburgh Public Theater for helping us to tell that story.
And don't miss its all-new production of The Chief, performing now. For tickets and information, go to ppt.org.
Next, we have seen plenty of tricks tonight, and now it's time for a treat.
A lot of people that came in here brought stuff in. Hey, can I paint you a picture? Can I do this? So we just kept adding more and more stuff to it. It just grew and grew and grew. And we just kept rolling with it. I knew that it had to be different off of Carson Street, number one. You have to have an attraction. Everyone loves to dress up, that's the thing. And we love providing a Halloween bar for them all year long.
Hi, my name is Lauren and I'm a bartender here at Jekyll & Hyde's. And today I'm going to show you how to make a jack-o'-lantern. Start with 1 part orange vodka, 1 part orange cream liqueur, equal parts of Smirnoff vanilla and whipped vodka. Put in a splash of orange juice, top it with Sprite. Then you're going to want to give it a few shakes. And we like to top it with some fangs or a plastic finger. And here you have a jack-o'-lantern.
Well, we've come to the end of this spooky episode of JP Roofing Fan Nation. We've had a lot of fun, right, Rich?
It was a blast, Daisy, and to relive the show over and over again, head over to FanNationKDK.com to watch segments and shows you might have missed.
And we'd love to see you in your Pittsburgh-themed costumes, so tag us on social at FanNationKDKA. So until next time, I'm Daisy Jade, and happy Halloween, Fan Nation.
And I'm Rich Walsh.